Hey, brothers and sisters, we are reading the third part of this book that is 100 Great Time Management Ideas from Leading Companies Around the World from a great author, Patrick Force. So, we are just reading it. Okay, we are reading the third part that is setting clear objectives. So, any plan is in turn as good as the objective that lie behind it. So, it is to the objectives certainly a fundamental factor affecting the management of time that we now turn. The idea always set objectives. Maxims advocating setting clear objectives are everywhere. For example, the idea that if you don't know where you are going, and a road will do. The quotation from Lewis Carroll makes the same point elegantly. Would you tell me, please, which way I ought to walk from here? That depends a good deal on where you want to go, said the cat. I don't much care where, said Alice. Then it doesn't matter which way to walk, said the cat. So long as I get somewhere, Alice added as an explanation. Oh, you're sure to do that, said the cat, if you only walk long enough. It is sound advice. You do need clear objectives, and they must not be a vague or general hopes. A much quoted acronym spells out the principles involved. Objective should be SMART, smart. That is specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realistic, and T for timed. An example will help make this clear. A perennial area of management skills on which I regularly conduct trainings is that body of skills necessary in making formal presentations. Incidentally, this too is an area with a link to time management. Any weakness in this area will tend to result in longer and perhaps more agonizing preparation. Good presentation skills save time, but I digress back to objectives. It is all too easy to define the objectives from a workshop on this topic as being simply to ensure participants make better presentations, a statement that is usually be sufficiently clear to be really useful. Applying the formula might produce a statement such as objectives for a presentation skill course. So, as an acronym SMART, S for specific, to enable participants to make future presentations in a manner and style that will be seen as appropriate by their respective audience and that will enhance the message they put over and allow them to achieve their purpose. Measurable. In other words, how will we know this has been achieved? Ultimately, in this case, by the results of a future presentation. But we might also consider that the trainer or the group or both will be able to judge this to a degree at the end of the event by observing the standard during practice. So, A for achievable. Can this be done? The answer in this case will depend on the prevailing standard before the course. If the people are inexperienced and their standard of presentation is low, then the answer may be that it cannot. If, as we assume for the sake of our developing example, they are the people who are sufficient seniority, experienced, and with some practice in the area of presentation, then the objective should be achievable, giving a suitable amount of time and suitable program. So, R for realistic. Picking up the last point, if the time say is inadequate, then the objective may not be realistic. These people can potentially be improved, we might say, but not in one short session. Then it's timed. Timed in training terms will reflect the timing of the course. It may be scheduled to take place in 1 month's time, so the objective cannot be definition be realized before then. Also, the duration is a 1 or 2 day or any other number of days program going to do the job. Such an approach is far more likely to provide guidance in the form of clear objectives. Clear objectives really are important, and any lack of clarity can affect every aspect of person's work, not least time management, sometimes doing so surreptitiously. So in practice, much of what needs to be done to manage time effectively is concerned with tackling conflicts and making decision about what comes first, and none of this is possible if there is no underlying clarity about objectives to act as a reference. This is not the place for a detailed review of objective setting. Suffice it to say that this is important to everything in corporate life. An organization functions best with clear corporate objectives. The management structure works with the best individual managers are clear about what it is they are expected to achieve, and in turn they can get the best from staff if they provided clear objectives for them. Consider your own position. Are there any areas that are not clear in this respect? If so, do they make for problems or conflicts regarding the way you go about the job? If you answered yes, the first question, then you probably did the same for the second. Even a simple example makes the point. If a manager is asked to review a system of some sort, it might be for many reasons: to improve accuracy, to speed up operations, to save money, or all three. But undertaking this task is going to take longer if any of this is unclear. In that case, either time needs to be spent working out or checking objectives, or a work is put in towards some arbitrary objectives that provides inadequate. Both end up taking up more time. As it is with one task, so it is with the job overall. If you do not have a clear job description, or if you are uncertain what objectives you should be aiming towards achieving, then check, seek clarification, and managing what you do well at once be easier. So, guys, all the best, and take your time management ideas seriously from this book. Thank you.